What's up, tribe? This is your Black Ink Crew Chicago Season 5 Episode 2 review. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm about to say something that I never thought I would say. I love the new Ryan. Oh my goodness. I love how Ryan is moving. I love what Ryan is doing. Yes, yes, yes. I never thought I would say that shit. Never thought I would say that. So let's jump into this episode. So first of all, Dawn back at the shop, and Dawn said, "Oh, y'all thought I only wanted to be the manager because it was Loyalty Inc. No, 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 no. I'm trying to do big things. I'm trying to move up and out. My baby, my wifey, she won herself a house, so I'm about to do some big things." Dawn has been getting to the shop early, cleaning up, doing all the manager type stuff. And the manager, Brittany, she giving him the side eye because she's like, "Okay, I see what you trying to do. You trying to get my job. You coming for my job. I got you. I see you." Miss Bella, she flirting with Dawn. I'm going to tell you, you don't want no parts of that because Dawn wife will whoop your ass. Okay, now, moving on. So, Van decides that he just going to show up and make Ryan hire him back. And he's going to, not only is he going to show up at the shop, he going to show up with a client, take over a booth, set up his shit, and do a tattoo. Now, Brittany and Bella really don't know how to handle the situation, which I don't blame them. Don is a stocky, big mofo, and he ain't gonna leave unless he's ready to leave, and y'all can't make him go nowhere. Now, Don is there, and Don tries to finesse the situation, because again, Don knows that it ain't gonna be good for him and Van to get into no type of physical altercation. So he's like, "Look, Van, what's going on? Like, what you trying to do?" And Van was like, "Look, I'm gonna make Ryan talk to me." You know, Van is on that. Ryan, he gonna come to me like a man. I'm gonna make him. I still got a key, so I let myself in. Blah 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 blah. And Don was like, he tried to tell Van in a nice way, this probably ain't the best way to handle it. But when he realized that Van wasn't gonna go nowhere, he was like, "All right then, well, you know, Ryan will be here in a few minutes, so I'm gonna let y'all handle that." That was the best decision you could make, Don. That wasn't your situation, boo. Now, Miss Brittany, what your ass should have been doing was blowing Ryan's phone up. You're the manager. You cannot physically make Van leave. You don't want to escalate the situation. All of that. But you should have been blowing Ryan's phone up. Do you hear me? Now, do I believe that Ryan took over this lease and that motherfucker didn't change the locks? No, I don't. Ain't no way in hell Van was still supposed to have a key to that goddamn shop. Come on. Come on. But I'm going to let that one go. I'm going to pretend like I'm just let that go. Charmaine is still doing her thing over at the radio station. We see Charmaine, and she get to talking about Ford on the radio. And I was like, what you talking about? The whole, you know, with the sex, not sex tape, but you know, the little tape he took with the video of him with the front, and then he did the back and all that good stuff. And then, you know, they having a conversation about, you know, why wouldn't you take a video, you know, why, you know, as a man, you know, I ain't taking no video of my butt, da 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 da. So later on in the episode, her and Ford have a conversation about it. And Ford was like, "Look, I appreciate that you were trying to defend me." Because she was kind of, you know, she was defending Ford, whatever. He was like, "But at the end of the day, look, I'm a freak. It is what it is. I don't have no problem with it. I'm secure in my manhood. If a woman want to eat my ass, I'm going to let her eat my ass." He was like, people try to, you know, men try to play so hard and try to pretend like they, you know, "Oh, I don't want nobody touching my butt. I don't want." He was like, people don't understand. Look, shit feel good, and I'm a freak, and it is what it is, and I don't make no apologies for it. And at the end of the day, people just need to grow the fuck up. I said, I know that's right, for people need to just accept shit and grow the fuck up. Now, back to the shop. Ryan got himself a little personal assistant, right? Little chick from Boston. They out running errands. And Ryan was like, "Look, I got me a personal assistant because I got business that I need somebody to help me handle." You know what I mean? She books my flights. She, you know, she do everything from book flights to get me a smoothie. It is what it is. I ain't mad at you, Ryan. from following you on social media, seeing what you got going on in your life, you probably have leveled up to the point where you need a personal assistant. You got the old 9mag, you about to open up the new 9mag. Dude, you doing big things. I ain't mad at you. Now, what we find out, though, is, well, that's later on in the episode, but what we find out is the girls don't like the assistant, but we'll get there. That's later on down the road. Now, Ryan shows up to the shop. Van's sitting on the couch, chilling. Like he's supposed to be there. Ryan walks up in the shop, and of course he's automatically on 10. Don't blame you, Ryan. I don't blame you. But he did what he should have done. He turns to his manager and says, "What's this?" So the manager was like, "Well, you didn't get my text?" Ryan said, "Nah, I didn't get no text." She was like, "Oh." Because at first I thought she was telling the truth, but then the way she responded let me know she was lying. You should have been blowing his phone up. 911, 911, 911. Get your ass back to the shop right now. First of all, in a text, you could have said everything that went down and how it went down. That's first of all. Second of all, you could have just said 911, get back to the shop ASAP, and that would have been enough for him to show up. But you really could have said, Van is here. You know I can't physically remove him. What do you want me to do? Dawn has already tried to talk to him. What do you want me to do? So Van was like, look, stop talking about me like I'm not in the room. Ryan was like, I'm going to talk to you, but let me finish with this. Van was like, okay. So Ryan turns to Bella and to Brittany, and he was like, you the manager, you supposed to be handling stuff like this. Why didn't I get a phone call? Why didn't nobody call me and let me know what was going on? I'd have came back and took care of this. But you know what? Don't worry about it. Y'all can go home. I said, oh, shit. He sent their asses home. I ain't mad at you, Ryan, because that was her job. Now, you might not be able to physically remove Van, and maybe you didn't want to call the police and escalate it there, but you, at the very least, you should have been blowing Ryan's phone up. 911, 911. Anyway, so then he turns to Van. And I wasn't sure where this was going. But basically, Van apologized. Van was like, look, I'm wrong, and I'm sorry. I was wrong for a lot of the shit that I said. I shouldn't have let it escalate to the point where it escalate. I love you. I love you like a brother. And he said in his confessional, he was like, I can work in any tattoo shop in the city. He said, but I put my blood, sweat, and tears here. And this is where I want to be. And he did it in his Van way. He was all, So at first I wasn't sure where he was coming from because he was being extra. But when you listen to what he was saying, he was apologizing. And he was like, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize. I'm sorry it got there. He said, but I love you. He said, and all I can do now is apologize for all the shit that I did for you. I did to you, and let you know that I forgive you for everything you did to me. And all I can say is that I hope that that's enough for us to move forward. He said, I appreciate you hearing me out. And I love you. I said, what? I didn't expect that at all. Ryan didn't say nothing, but you could see the kind of look on Ryan's face. He dapped him up, he gave him a hug, and he left. And that was that. I said, I know that's right. I can appreciate that. I really can. I can appreciate it. Because you're right. After I apologize sincerely, it's really not a whole lot more I can do, but I hope you accept it. The girls get together. We got Lily, we got Bella, and we got Brittany. They didn't got together. Of course, they letting Lily know what's going on with Van showing up and how, they ain't know how to handle it. They were like, Van big as hell, stocky as shit. What was he supposed to do, And, of course, Lily was like, it's Ryan's shop. If he want to forgive Van, that's on him. Just so long as Van leave me the fuck alone. She was like, I don't care about Don, but I ain't really trying to fuck with Van like that. So then Bella starts talking about how horrible her living situation is and all this other stuff. And Lily invites her to move in with her. She was like, I got an extra room, if you want to move in or whatever. Really? Y'all know that's not going to work, right? Y'all know that's not going to work, right? Bella shows up with the baby. She starts talking about, you got to childproof this house. Lily got empty liquor bottles all over the place, a knife. She got wires all over the place. Bella asked, the baby won't let the baby, I don't know what was going. She said the baby was sleepy, so I hope that's what it was, that she was just sleepy. Because when I tell you Bella was trying to change that baby diaper and that baby wasn't having it, and then she was trying to put her pants back on, it was Lily and Bella, and she couldn't get that girl's pants back on. Like, I don't know if they told her to act the fool so the camera, it would look bad on camera or what, but it was a hot mess. And Lily was like, look, I don't do diapers. She was like, I don't really know a whole lot about babies. And she told her off the break, she was like, I'm not here to babysit. You can move in, but just don't think that you've inherited a babysitter because you're moving in. So it looked like it was about to be. And then Lily gonna say, to be honest, I ain't really expect Bella to accept my offer so quick, but I did offer. Yeah, be careful what the fuck you say, cause I mean, I was a little shocked too, but I was more shocked that you offered than she accepted. Because she already told you how bad her living situation was. She said her brother and sister-in-law fight all the damn time. So what the hell made you think she wouldn't accept it? But okay. I don't know what the... Alright then. So we're going to see where that go. That ain't good. Ryan and Van have a sit down. You know, Ryan must have invited Van over to his little man cave. You know, they got the cigar smoke and they pouring the brown liquor. And, you know, Ryan basically tells Van, look, you know, I appreciate you apologizing. And you're right. You know, at the end of the day, that's pretty much all I can ask is an apology, you know. And basically, he let him know he accepts his apology and that he wants to move forward. You know, and Van was like, I know it ain't going to happen overnight, but, you know, I just wanted, I appreciate that we come back together, right? So they make up. Cool. Everybody's back together except for Charmaine. That's next week's episode. All right. So here's where I fell in love with the new Ryan. Brittany decides that she's going to have a kickback at the tattoo shop. She said things been a little tense lately with Dawn coming back, with the whole thing with the whole thing with Van, blah, blah, blah. And I just, you know, I decided to invite some of my folks through and have a little kickback, right? So Ryan walks up in the bitch and Ryan is like, yeah, that's not going to happen. He said, this not going to be like the old 9 Mag. He was like, I'm running this shit like a business. I'm not going to make the same mistakes I made before. He was like, this not, he said, I've come too far and I got too much to lose to put the shop in jeopardy. Because remember, the way he got the reason why he got the lease back is because of all the complaints about the fights and the partying and all that. So he was like, the last thing we're going to do is go back down that road. So he tells them, look, there's no drinking on the premises. Like, we're not doing that. No parties, no kickbacks, none of that. So Lily talking about some, what the fuck? Man, it used to be fun around here. It ain't fun no more. Now, here's the thing. First of all, last week you were giving him kudos because you said this is how business is supposed to be run. So this is how business is supposed to be run. I don't get drunk at my job. The fuck? That's not how business is run. So you can't have it both ways, Lily. Either you want it to be professionally run or you want a shit show. But you can't have it both ways. So Ryan tells them no drinking. Brittany and Bella giving him lip. They talking back. They acting like it's a problem. They mumbling under their breath like a bunch of kids. So Ryan's assistant starts talking about he the boss and that's how he want to run his shop. Now see, she was wrong. That wasn't her place to get involved. That wasn't her place to say shit about it. She was wrong. Now, they already don't like the assistant. So what ended up happening was Bella and the assistant get to arguing. Ryan was like, yo, shut up, stop arguing. They don't listen to Ryan. They keep arguing. They keep going for it. Security, of course, comes through there. They break it up. And Ryan tells them, step outside so we can talk. So he's got Brittany and Bella outside, and he's like, what the fuck is the problem? He was like, as your boss, I gave you a directive. I said there's to be no drinking. All that lip, all that talking back, not necessary. So they were like, but you ain't hear her. She was saying this. He was like, fuck her. Fuck what she's saying. I'm talking to you right now. Fuck what that's going on. He was like, when I say something, I don't need no whole lot of pushback. You're my manager. You're supposed to enforce the rules. I gave you a rule. I need you to enforce it. I can't do you coming back and forth on me. I can't do the back and forth with you. And so While they outside, the assistant is still inside with Lily talking shit. Now, let me say this. Lily did not start this. Lily did not instigate this. The assistant kept running her mouth. And Lily told her, look, we got it. Ryan told us. We heard Ryan. It wasn't no, you don't have to say nothing. There's no need for you to keep talking. Which Lily was right. But you know Lily got a short fuse. And Lily was saying, look, I try to turn over a new leaf, but there's only so much I can take. They got to arguing. Lily threw a drink at her. Old girl came back. They get to fighting. So now, while Ryan is outside chastising Brittany and Bella, they inside fighting. So then Bella and Brittany go running back in the building, and they call themselves going to defend Lily. And Brittany, she and the assistant start fighting. And Ryan was like, now, wasn't I just fucking telling her outside that I need her to be the mature person and to not, like, and now she in here fighting? He was like, everybody get the fuck out. Everybody get the fuck out. I said, I like this Ryan. I like this Ryan. So the next day, he calls everybody together. He has a little powwow. He says, look, here's the problem. He goes down, I ain't going to rehash it. He goes down the whole thing about what the problem was and why the situation was fucked up. He was like, you know, Van is back, because Van was there. Van is back. He said, and if me and Van can mend what we need to mend and come and fix what, you know, come from where we came from, this ain't shit. He said, but I can't keep having all of this, so we need to, you know, we need to tighten this shit up. So the assistant apologizes to, the assistant ends up apologizing to Lily. And Lily was like, you know, I don't have no beef with you either. You were just doing a little too much last night. So then Ryan was like, all right, cool. So I'm trying to remember. But either way, Ryan then says, so here's how it's going to go down. And he basically made Brittany and Dawn co-managers. And so, of course, Brittany got an attitude about it. She was like, excuse me? She said, what? She was like, he was like, is that a problem? She was like, yeah, it's a problem. She was like, I don't need a co-manager. Like, I can handle it by myself. And Ryan was like, clearly not. Because, you know, she was like, well, I knew I was in trouble, but this is, you know, this ain't necessary. Like, you take this to the extreme, and it's not necessary. And so, you know, of course, Ford going to defend his brother, talking about something. Ain't nothing wrong with having an extra, you know, set of eyes around here. You know, it's a bunch of tattoo artists here. It's a bunch of, you know, he got an assistant, 2 managers. What's the big deal? So Ryan gonna turn to old girl and was like, so is that a problem for you? She was like, yeah, it is. He said, I'll tell you what, don't worry about it. I'll fix it. So, of course, she thinking, all right, cool. He says, from now on, you're just the piercer. Don is the manager. We won't have a co-manager. I said, damn. I like this new Ryan. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last. But this Ryan is about business and about making moves and about keeping everything up here. And for that, I can respect that. 100%. I can respect that. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.